Hello Virgos, this is Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and I'm so glad to be here with you guys today. We are going to do your love reading for late August into September 2020. I do want to just try to get through a couple of my announcements before Spirit takes over the message, because I feel like I'm about to tap out and just like turn this over. Spirit has had a very strong presence with me. I actually wasn't going to do this reading until later in the afternoon, and I was sitting there sipping my coffee, and Spirit's like, no girl, go get cute. You are going on camera. We got to get this Virgo reading out. So I do, for some reason, like I'm already getting messages coming in. So let me try to get out, like I said, a couple of announcements. First things first, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you guys are here. If you guys want to find me and follow me on social media, all the links you need for that are below. Definitely keep an eye out, especially if you are interested in learning tarot. I'm launching a Patreon course on September 1st, as well as one for Starseeds and Lightworkers. So keep an eye out for me on social media. More information when those open up. Also, as always, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that at the information below. All those bookings are done online now at soulschooltarotandastrology.com or Soul School T&A. There are live video readings. There are pre-recorded readings that you can order. And then I also have some packages. So if you guys want to mix it up, like if you maybe want to do a couple readings, if you're going to do monthly readings, stuff like that, I have definitely got options for you there. All right. So I know that, and I know that. Is this the two of them? That's the two of them. Okay. So I have two energies on the table. This is definitely a reading for a dynamic that has already started. Okay. So it's in motion. That's all I can tell you, okay? It's about two people, and we have to get in here. And I have been asked to ground myself firmly, and I have kind of been asked to, like I said, I really do feel like there's a moment where I'm going to kind of like step aside and just let Spirit go ahead and take over this reading. I already know a couple decks that I want to use, and one of them is my Morgan Greer. That deck has a personality of its own. That's my deck that I've had for over 20 years. And so I'm also using a couple other decks. If you guys are interested in any of these, I always say the name of the deck before I begin to show them to you. There's also a link for that down below if you want to check them out on my website. I'm hooked up with Amazon now, so if you guys want to click on those links and order any of these, it will be very, very easy to do. Nonetheless, let's talk this reading and this energy that Spirit brought into me this morning. Sometimes when I'm getting ready for a reading, there are just certain things that I need to bring in, and crystals, all right? These are some heavy hitters. The crystals that the specific ones that I was asked to bring in are some very heavy hitters, and to me, what I mean is that these are very powerful stones, all right? Pardon, I've just got incense going crazy back there. And the first is this bloodstone, which is great for healing the root chakra and balancing and cleansing. Black stones are really good for cleansing out and bringing into balance the root chakra. By the way, speaking of the very strong spiritual presence in the room today, I know that there's a light glitch right here on my face. I have tried to clean the camera and all the mirrors and everything around me, and it's not going anywhere. So bloodstone, which is great for the root chakra, and I feel like that is very, very, very important right now. I've been getting general messages for the collective about grounding at this time, like very, very strong. All right. Heart chakra healing is what this Amazonite crystal, I also have Amazonite on my hand, is very, very good for. So that was another one that had to come out. Like I said, these are like, if I made a list of my top 10 crystals, because I have that many, these would be on it. And then this is a rough. We don't call them raw, we call them rough. Look at how freaking gorgeous and translucent that baby is. Amethyst, okay? And the amethyst is great for the crown chakra. So what does this mean, Molly? Why are you rambling on about these rocks? What is needed here, and in fact, I think I know a video that I want to recommend to you guys. What is needed here is a balance and a connection of the root, the heart, and the crown chakra. That is your lowermost, your central, and your uppermost chakras in your body, right? That run along your spine. And it feels to me like they're all wanting to go in different directions. Okay, like they're showing me the spine and where the chakras sit, you know, and ideally we want them to all be in alignment. And in fact, if you don't have time to work on 7 chakras a day, this is a good 3 to start with, all right? Because then you get all the neighbor chakras in there too, all right? So what this means to me is that your sense of security, you have probably some sort of fears or doubts, is pulling you in one direction. Your crown chakra, like your higher divine knowledge, like at least one of these, I understand. Give me a second. One of these 2 people is really trying to work from the crown chakra and like see things from a higher perspective, from the most enlightened perspective, right? And that's what that crown chakra will do. It'll help you see the bigger picture of things. And then I feel like it wants to go in another direction, and the heart is just torn in the middle. Okay? You really are going to need to center yourself in your heart at this time. There's a lot of healing that can be done between these 2 people that I have on the table right now. I used the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms because that deck is full of archetypes. And I needed to see like who are the 2 personalities that we're talking about here, because they're 2 very strong personalities. And I feel like there's a dramatic healing that is needed. And just the way I have it set up, Spirit had me place those 3 stones right in between the 2 of them. All right. So I'm going to go into each of those energies, but right now I'm pulling from my Starseed Tarot. There's a card in here that is flipped. So let me go ahead and dig that out. I know you're in there. You showed yourself to me. Sorry, guys. Okay. Like I said, I'm tapping out. Spirit's got this reading now. All right. I guess if you're in there, you'll come out, right? Okay. So this is the Starseed Oracle. I think I keep calling it the Starseed Tarot, but it's an Oracle. That's it. This word, Hiraeth, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's like there's all these words, these sentiments, these emotions, these feelings that we don't have words for in the English language. And Hiraeth is one of those. I'm not sure. I feel like it comes from maybe even a Norse language. But it's a homesickness. It's a longing for home. It's a longing for one another. All right, you guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I just look at that. Oh, tiny little person there. Just kind of like lost. And look at this. Here's the thing. Lost in the wonder, just surrounded by the wonder and the beauty of the cosmos. And at first, I want to say this person feels very lost in this. They feel very small, but that's not the truth at all. They are in awe of all of the beauty and wonder that exists in the world. And they're like, man, if I just had somebody to share this with. I have to adjust my brightness, you guys, okay? So that is a very, very, very powerful and potent energy. But all of this pink also has to do with the heart chakra, okay? And this, where's it at? This deck has this message. I don't know if you can see it. Your heart is a portal. Oh my God, you guys. And so what I see here happening in this reading is, like I said, if you can center yourself in your heart chakra, get yourself grounded deep into the earth. This is going to sound crazy, but if you're with it, stick with it. If not, throw it away, and you just maybe later it'll plant a seed, okay? Please understand, we are consciousnesses, right? We're in bodies right now, but that's what I am. That's what you are. That's what everybody on earth is, right? Our spirit guides, consciousnesses. Angels, consciousnesses. Deities, ancestors, these are all consciousnesses, okay? Because consciousness is what exists beyond the physical world. The earth is a consciousness, okay? And it's a very healing, nurturing, grounding consciousness. But also just the earth is what it does is it transmute. Anytime you're feeling fear, you're feeling toxicity, negativity, imagine yourself growing roots into the earth and just transfer all of that negativity down into the dirt to be transmuted. You can You put a dead body in the earth. And like, 100 years later, you got a beautiful garden there, right? Think about how the earth transmutes things. I'm not even going to try to hold back the F-bombs or anything else because I'm in a flow state right now. There's my 4-letter F word, flow, okay? So this high wraith, and this can be a long reading, you guys, I'm not apologizing for it, is you're grounded into the earth, but you're also connected to the wonders, like the oneness of the universe and how freaking beautiful and amazing that is. And your own divinity. That's what really happens when you have opened up your crown chakra, is you realize that there's no boundary between you and God, between you and the angels, you and spirit. It's just different consciousnesses, different perspectives, right? We are all divine. We are all a part of this big, beautiful fabric of the universe and all of the wonders that it entails, right? And it's great to be grounded to the earth, and it's great to be tapped into the universe, but there's something about the heart chakra appearing as a portal right here, that when you are grounded to the earth and you are connected to spirit, get that heart centered and it opens up as a portal. It can literally, like they're showing me like this person having the ability to just like beam in, just like manifest from the heart space. But it's almost like this person sending something out into this, I almost said void, but it's not. It feels like sending this something out of your heart space out into the void and not knowing if it's reaching the other person, right? But the truth is, on the other side of this portal, the other person is trying to do the same. Am I gonna cry, you guys? Oh my God. This energy is really, really beautiful. Now let's talk about the two people who are approaching the portal, because it's two very different energies. I would really like a supporting for each of these. Got it? Ooh, I love that card. Okay, let's talk about what's the supporting one for this over here. I'm going to call them her and him because just that's who's the figure on the card. So it's a masculine and a feminine energy. Yes. And the way that I understand and explain masculine and feminine is they are not people, they're energies, right? So you can identify as masculine or feminine, but the world cannot define you as that without your consent, is the way that I feel about it, right? But it's also about the energy that you're stepping into. So if I'm talking about a same-sex union, one person is taking on more of an assertive energy right now, whereas the other is in more of a receptive space. So the assertive is the masculine and the receptive is the feminine, okay? But there's a lot of fire energy around the masculine, which Mars is about to go retrograde, and gosh, there's so much to say. I don't want this to be an hour long, Spirit. Okay, Mars, as it represents the divine masculine, has gone through a tremendous healing and maturation cycle since January, all right? And in fact, now some of that growth that the divine masculine, this is talking about as a collective and individuals, even within myself, my own personal divine masculine has been through this inside of me, right? Has been through a lot of healing, a lot of trying to do better, but feeling like a lot of resistance, feeling dragged backwards by a lot of older energies. And since the new moon on the 18th, this month, August 18th, it's almost like it got this little bit of fire, that this little bit of push. Like suddenly the resistance is gone and there's this urge to move forward. But Aries is also, Mars, which is in Aries, that's its planet that it rules. Mars is going to be going direct from September 9th until November 14th. And so that's going to be a time to really revisit whether or not your actions are matching up with all this growing and maturing that you did as a masculine energy, okay? Or like I said, the masculine within. This is, wow, God, you guys, there's so much energy. This Fire Prince is the motivation. Like there's somebody here who has, it says optimism and aggression, but this is like, I'm getting this as a real like Page of Wands, Prince of Wands energy. So it's passion, motivation, inspiration, like a sudden like desire, like a fire has been lit under somebody's ass. And the way that they're responding to that is very, very logically, very intelligently, with a lot of scrutiny, right? They're being very discerning at this time. They're like, okay, I got this fire to go do this thing, but I gotta stop and check in on my spell book, right? Like, this is a magician. It's almost like if the magician and the emperor energies combined, which I'm going to tell you the truth, that's kind of turning me on right now just to think about it, okay? It's a very powerful energy, but there's also some hermit energy in here. This is somebody, oh my God. You guys, this story, okay? Go get popcorn. Pause it right now. Go get popcorn, maybe some Kleenex. Okay, because I got 5 cards on the table and we're just starting. All right. He's got his wand, which, see, look here. He's like, oh my God, I'm going to go pick this up out of the fire. This was something he had thrown in the fire, and he's going to pick it up out of the fire. And like, okay, so they're showing me that this guy's got like whatever this like stick is, right? And at some point in time, he's like, nah, I don't really need this. And he tosses it in the fire. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh my God, I need that. I have to grab it out of the fire now. And look at how much it is still in flames. Y'all get me? Are you following? Right? Look how much it is still. Ooh, man, I really set that thing on fire, didn't I? It's like wanting to go back and cross a bridge that you torched. Like you napalmed that bridge. And realizing, oh crap, I really want that bridge back. I gotta go rebuild that bridge. So what this is an analysis. How can I take all the energy and all the fire that has been created in this situation, but also all of the passion and optimism that I have, and channel it almost into the right. It's almost like trying to find the right words, the right way to communicate, because this is a book. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like they're honestly making it look like he's making a text message out of this, right? But look at all these books in the background. This guy's smart. He's experienced, though. He has learned from the experiences of the past. He's learned from whatever it was. This is a very young energy, and this guy's old, right? So you see what I mean? Mars going through this process of maturation, where it's like, oh my God, the things that I thought I didn't need anymore, turns out not only do I really need them, but I kind of need to go back and redirect all of this fiery energy that has been created within this, okay? I just got Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. I don't know why I got Smokey the Bear, y'all. But the reason why he has to be so careful, and you can see, look at his gaze. He has fixed his gaze on his hand, making sure that he does not apply too much pressure. And this is just him channeling energy. Like, I almost look like this guy's trying to get just the right words out. Like he's trying to write a letter or a text message. And he's like, I don't want to be too forceful, but I don't want to be too much of a pushover. How do I get just the right amount of passion and energy through in this communication? And it's very, very important to channel the energy into this into this light. Okay? For some of you guys, this is very much against gender roles. Sometimes it's the opposite. Because in the past, look at how this energy was manifesting. That's uncontrolled flame. That's uncontrolled flame. So instead of a forest fire, you're trying to figure out, like, you know, that thing where you take a magnifying glass and you just create this one little beam of light with it, right? So somebody trying to take all of that energy and passion and channel it into one little tiny point of light. And light represents truth and clarity, all right? Now, why does he have to be so careful? because wait, that's who he damaged. Y'all see that little BB fairy right there? Somebody was also very passionate and full of fire, but I feel a lot more delicate. Even if they seemed fierce, very delicate, exceptionally delicate person. Who, why do I want to cry? Stop it, Spirit. Do not respond well to that flame. Like that flame like burnt this person. Do you see how and it shrunk them down and made them feel very, very small. Okay? So that's why it's so important that this guy handle this carefully, because the person who he is homesick for is somebody who he has burnt. Do you see that? He is being so careful. But look at that poker face, right? You don't even know how much thought and concentration and effort he's trying to put into doing just the right thing. And this is a number 9. Number 9 is self-fulfillment. It's because he knows that this is a task that he has been prepared for. And this is the culmination of all of this going within, all of this learning from one's experience, dealing with one's inner self, this maturation process that this person has gone through. All right? So that's person number 1. Let's talk about person number 2. But look how very much these two energies are very much the change in these, because we're going to see a change in the her as well, because those are both feminine cards. This person has grown up. This person has grown up. That's the change from card 1 to card 2. Because it's definitely talking about something that happened in the past. This person has grounded themselves a lot. Has really brought themselves down to earth in a big way. All right, in a big way. But you can see they've also very much, they're so much more guarded now than in the past. I feel like part of the reason why this fairy got so burnt is she was just out there naked. Just out there naked and vulnerable. And that's something nudity has been featuring a lot in my cards lately, representing a state of vulnerability, a state of openness, a state of I let my guard down and you brought out the flamethrower. Right? Stop it, y'all. Where did it go? Where's my feather? I knew this feather. I knew a feather was going to show up. I knew a feather was going to show up today in my reading, you guys. I know we're 23 minutes in, but this is an important message. You guys, so, like I said, I got their push to do this reading pretty early this morning, and I had to go run a couple errands. I was coming back in from my errands, and there was a neighbor walking by, and so I waved. And suddenly, something caught my eye. I've got this big yard with this, like, all the tree growth over it. And I said there was something kind of like floating in the air between me and the person passing by that I was waving at. So I walked over there and I caught this in my hand. This little teeny tiny feather. Look at that little teeny tiny feather. And I felt like, did I just have a Forrest Gump introduction? Like, did I just have like a Forrest Gump intro sequence? Am I about to launch off on an epic adventure? Or is just spirit trying to reach out to me? And so I came and I set it on my tarot table. And I knew that this feather was going to appear to me in my readings today. And look, there it is at her feet. It does represent a journey. And it also represents an innocence. Because look, this is a dove. These are the wings of a dove. Somebody came in to this situation in the past with this very innocent, magical, but almost like this pillar represents higher knowledge to me, represents high priestess. This person in 34 is a 7. This is a 7. I'm getting ahead of myself. this person, the feminine aspect of this partnership, she is going through a process of earning her own wings. And these wings to me represent just all the work that you do to free yourself from emotional baggage, self-sabotaging behaviors, things like that, right? This person knows that her higher self wants to see the world in a much more innocent way. So what she does is she approaches things with these very open eyes, like the eyes of an angel, the eyes of a child, and to the point that when they look at this person, they don't see all the fire that's going to burn them. They're just like, look at that beautiful glow. And so I almost feel like this person, there's something very important about her being on a pedestal though. Okay? It's almost like there's no way the Fire Prince really was a good match to this person in this energy at this time. And in fact, the way that if you hold it, it's almost like she's turning away. Because this purple, this is connected to the crown chakra. She wants to work from her crown chakra. That's where she wants to be operating from. And this Fire Prince is really caught up in a lot of the lower chakras, right? The root, the sacral, sexual energy, solar plexus, which is exerting your will into the world, being in control, being in power. Okay? And she just had to turn away from that because she's like, all that's just too much fire. That's just too much fire. Okay? But this is somebody who, this getting burned helped this person step into their crown chakra, their bigger picture. One good thing about the crown chakra is it allows us to see things through a lens of non-judgment. Okay? And that's what this person is going through, right? But also look at what she's paying attention to. There's these beautiful little tiny points of light, right? Like the one that he's trying to create. He's trying to focus. And also if you look at this, oh, there's all these tiny points of light. She didn't want this. She didn't want a forest fire. She wanted a, like, you know, a point of light. And so this person, wow, their dove, this innocent, open eyes, I'm just going to go play naked in the forest. Hope I don't get burnt. Oops. Kind of energy. And I'm only mocking like myself because that's so me. And that dove is now this owl. That innocence has transformed into wisdom. So this person has learned a lot. While the masculine has matured a lot, this person has learned a tremendous amount from where they were at in the beginning, right? The well watcher, the wisdom and the power of the divine. And here's the thing. This tapping into her root chakra, I said root. Root's very important because this is almost like a very grounded energy, right? Like this experience was very grounding. Like kind of took this innocence, angelic, oh, I see the light in everything energy and grounded it firmly. Okay? But it also gave her access to a secret. Some secret knowledge that she's keeping guarded behind that fence. Look at her eyes. It's like she knows. Oh shit, you guys. She knows something. What? Dude, I'm intimidated by this tarot card. It's an oracle card, but I'm still intimidated by it right now. But she knows something. And that's a little why he is so careful. Because she has seen this, whatever happened between these two people that needs balance right now, she has seen into the depths of him now. But she has also seen into the depths of herself. So those doe eyes became like cat eyes. She sees in the dark now. Dang, I'm intimidated by her. But also, I never saw that. She is in the woods, but there's this like temple back there. This guy may have been studying magic and manifestation for real, okay? In books. And he's learned some things. He has learned some things and he wants to put them into use. But this person has a freaking library back there. He's got a couple of walls covered in books. She has her own like university in the background. But what does it take to get there? Going through the well. The well is about the deep subconscious. This feminine has accessed her deep subconscious and she understands what's in there. But she's also seen his. I'm almost scared. I'm not scared. I'm just like, you guys, this energy, okay. I had, like earlier when I was running my errands, I knew that the Game of Thrones tarot wanted to come out. I know we're 32 minutes into, this is just the reading. There's going to be an extended, the link to that is below. And I am going to be using the Decameron, am I? Yes, Spirit says we're going to be using the Decameron Tarot, which, by the way, is an adult deck, if you will. You coming out. I already got a couple cards out on the table, but I just knew that the Game of Thrones Tarot wanted to come out today, and it's really funny because I feel like that happens a lot in my Virgo readings, like more so in my Virgo readings than anything else. Can we see something for her? But this, it's almost like, remember how I said you got the root chakra and the crown chakra, and then the heart chakra is in the middle? I feel like he's operating from the lower chakras and she's trying to chill and keep herself vibrating up there in those upper chakras, and the place where they need to meet is in the middle, in the heart chakra. By the way, you guys, do you see my shirt? I know, I was in like a whole mood today. All right, who is she? Yeah, that's... okay, y'all, whoever is this King of Coins is in trouble. No, he's not really in trouble. He's not really in trouble. He just... oh, that's her. That makes sense. Okay. Can I get anything more about him, please? Whoa, there we are. Yes, that's what he wants. Oh, there's the lovers. Okay. Alrighty, you guys. There's the lovers. This is the same story, but we get a little bit more detail, okay? A little bit more detail about what's coming up. In the center, these fell down in alignment with this homesickness, this longing, high wraith. Oh my God, I just love that word, you guys. It's this heart that is longing for like another particular heart. It's like when I was in middle school, there was this game called Perfect Match, maybe. I think that's what it was. And you played it with your best friends. And you get these like multiple choice questions. And you've got this little like, you know, like this little shape. And there's got like A, B, C, D. And you hold up your answer. And they hold up their answer. And if you put them together. And if it matches, it goes like bleep, 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 bleep. And you get the point, right? But it was in the shape of these little hearts. And literally, I feel like these are two hearts that when they come together, they're like bleep, 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 bleep. But the problem is being in her presence aggravates his lower chakras, his sense of security and safety and power. And being in his presence innervates her upper chakras, her throat, her third eye, her crown. Whoa. Okay, guys. So coming out under that, we have the Judgment card, that which was dead being brought back to life. That's what he's trying to do. And what's kind of crazy is I feel like she knows. Even if there's no contact, she knows. But this has to be called back up again. Because when these two hearts together, they make the bleepy sound. Do with it what you will. The Lovers is also a card about choices. It's about getting to a choice point. Being able to like, hey, can we examine this again and maybe revisit the choices that have been made? Because this guy, like I said, he set some things on fire, himself and the things around him. I don't think he meant to. I just don't think he'd ever dealt with that much flame before. Okay? So you see how he's looking at this flame. This, by the way, Hermit is Virgo card. So is the Eight of Coins over here. And the King of Coins reverse probably. All right? I might be reading for the masculine here. I really feel very strong, but it could be either. All right? So this Hermit, this person has been through their winter. See this heavy coat? This is almost like, I feel like Bran had a dark night of the soul, did he not? In Game of Thrones, Bran has this whole thing was like, okay, well, I just gotta go live in a tree and figure myself out for a while. And only then could he become the three-eyed raven. Because that's the three-eyed raven is more on her level. Okay? But he couldn't really see the truth of things. He had to go through this process to become this hermit. Because hermit has a lot to do with the passage of time. This is something that's been evolving over the course of a very long time. Okay, 37. I'm wrapping it up, and then we'll still do an extended. Okay, this is just bonus for you guys. I knew, like, Spirit was like for real about it this morning. On her side, we have the World reverse, which means she's really not able to close out something about the past. There's something about it I feel like she really wants to put to rest, but she's not there yet. She needs a clearer map of things. She needs to understand not only where things are going, but maybe a better understanding of where they've been. And that's why she feels like she's not able to reach the end of this cycle. She is still stuck on this moment in the past where he had there's this amazing, beautiful fire, this beautiful glow between them, right? And this feminine feels like he didn't do the work required to not catch her on fire. And so now she's like, I don't know if he's capable of not catching me on fire. I don't know if he's capable of controlling his fire. Because I don't want to get burnt. She is saying, I don't want to get burned again. Do you see what I mean? She's just she's guarded now. In this one, yeah, her heart chakra is a little closed, but you can see that she's like, I mean, she got that back arch. I don't know what else to say to y'all, okay? Now she's got all her clothes on, and she's still, but why is she still? I just now realized that in both of the pictures, his arms are open. This is important because I've been doing a lot of stretching to make sure that my muscles are allowing my heart chakra to be open, right? So he's like, his heart chakra is open and hers is blocked now because she's still thinking about this thing in the past. And I tell you what, she's sad about it. She is sad about it. Look at her. It's like the same well watcher, the same energy as the well watcher. She is sad. She feels, ooh, it's all right there. She feels not so much that he tried to burn her, but he wasn't responsible enough. He didn't understand the power and responsibility that he had to not catch her on fire. And she's sad. Yeah, she's sad. She's just real sad about the whole thing. Okay? That's why that heart chakra is so blocked. Now I really kind of want to cry. Thanks, clairsentience. Okay? So this energy, this hermit, he's done all of his thinking, and he is learning, like I said, with the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. By the way, what a cool freaking title. The Ringmaster of Scrutiny. I'm going to put that on my business cards. Okay, this 9 of Spears is like, all right, this comes from the Battle of the Bastards, which is a big thing. I think it's season 6 of Game of Thrones, right? And that was an epic battle scene. And you really feel like the dudes with these shields are going to win. It's scary. It's muddy. It's dirty. There's this point where we almost lose our hero. Go back and watch the Battle of the Bastards, y'all. That's what this hermit, he's just, it's, oh my God. Okay, so in that, Jon Snow, our hero, right? Because he's one of the lovers. He is like, feels so defeated. So defeated. Like he is down in the muck and the mud and the yuck. He's doing a dark night of the soul. He's getting down there in the dirty and getting muddy. And there's this point where he's like literally buried in like the bodies of the men that he has led into this battle. And you really think, spoiler alert. Okay, fast forward 30 seconds if you don't want me to spoil this. Thank you. You really think that he's going to die, and then at the last minute he's like bursts through, right? And then you think they're going to lose the battle, and then suddenly like this second wind shows up. Like these troops roll in and just kind of save the day, and it's all like, oh my God, is there really a chance for victory? But here's what's really, really important to understand, and then I'm going to go to the extended. This opportunity for victory, this coin is not just like this king of coins. He threw this coin away before. He did not take good care of the coin that he had. Now he sees the value, the long-standing value of that coin. Like this is not just a coin that can get me like a turkey leg at the Renaissance Festival. This coin will take me places. This coin will lead to my victory. Okay? And the Ace of Pentacles just represents an opportunity. It could be a gift. It could be an offer. Okay? Spirit is not going to shut up, but I'm going to go ahead and take this, you guys, over to the extended reading. If you guys want to join me, if it's resonating with you, please do join me over there, because I think it's going to get real. I'm going to get the sexual tarot out. It's the Decameron tarot. And just what's good about that is all of the pictures show, it really breaks down the relationship dynamics and what it is that each of the people are going through specifically in their subconscious. So, we've got two people here who are both longing for one another. And I think that there's definitely an opportunity for closure, if not reconciliation, coming up. But it really is, these people have changed a lot and still are longing for one another. Okay, if we part here, I want to leave you with a self-care card. Please definitely like or share and send me a comment. If you guys want to connect directly to me, then silence is what's going on right now. You can actually go to my website and there is a little form you can fill out and just be like, oh my God, I love that reading. Tell me which one, because I do a bunch. All right. Patience is what is being advised for him. patience. Look out over the scene, right? Yes, this is ice now. Look at the scene where it looks like there's no life, and imagine how are you going to create the conditions for creating some sort of a rebirth. Like, this is winter time, you guys, so you might have to kind of wait for things to thaw out a little bit more. Applying just the right amount of just the teeniest amount of flame might, just a point of light could do that. Don't burn it down. I love you guys. Don't burn it down, okay? For her, priorities, okay? This is almost like the well. When you open up the well, what comes out, and what are you willing to release? What are you willing to focus on, and what are you willing to release? Because this Divine Feminine, she's got some knowledge. She has some top level, top clearance, spiritual intel on this relationship. But she's also got a lot of other concerns. So she's just got to kind of prioritize her concerns, okay? I love you, Virgo. Follow me over to Vimeo if you feel like it. The link is down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys real soon back here again. Happy birthday, Virgos. Take care.